Right, Sean, Kay, what happened in the last episode of The Acolyte?
Flashback. We saw the twins before Osha was taken to the Jedi Order. So they were like
Space witches.
Space witches, yeah. But yeah. Osha didn't really want to be a witch.
Nope.
May did. They seem to have quite a bad relationship in a way.
Divisive.
Yeah. May was very obviously more aggressive compared to Osha. The big kind of reveal being that they are were force created, weren't they? They don't have a father.
No.
Which we weren't impressed with.
No. First real thing we haven't been impressed with though. Apart from the pacing.
The slowness of it, yeah. What else? So we saw young Sol, Indara, Torben, and Kilnacca? Oh, I'm getting better at the names, okay. Yeah, we saw them arrive and trying to take the girls away to get them trained. Their mother had told them to fail the test so that they could stay. Or she decided she didn't want to. She wants to be a Jedi. So May, being kind of really angry with Osha, she starts a fire that ends up, from what we saw, presumably spreading and killing everyone, although we theorised that maybe that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
The only one out of the 4 Jedi that we really saw during those events was Sol. We didn't see what Indara, Torben and
during the fire.
Kilnacca during the fire.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
We didn't see what they were doing, and Torben just appeared with that scar on his...
Just scar and a gammy eye.
Yeah, so there's obviously something else.
Yeah, so far they haven't done anything that warrants May being so angry. Yeah. Especially if it's telling us that she's the one that started the fire.
Yeah. And that's it, isn't it? Was that everything?
Yeah.
There's always something.
It was a slow up. No. Yeah.
Right.
The witches called it the thread and not the force. And that was it. I've seen some criticisms of that episode, basically saying why did we need it?
That's what we were saying, wasn't it? They could have just had present time Osha and Sol progressing forward with the story.
Yeah.
And while showing little flashbacks, little moments.
I've seen people have said that we already knew the majority of what they showed us. You know, that Osha went on to train as a Jedi. She presumed May was dead in a fire. They have the Jedi's version of it. But then there's also something that May holds... So we didn't need necessarily that episode.
I think that episode was based around the discovery that the twins were Force.
Yeah, which isn't a
children,
good thing.
Which isn't, is unnecessary.
Objectively, not a good thing.
I thought, if they were to do a flashback showing, what happened with the other 3 Jedi during that time to make May hate them so much, then fair enough. But that's been my biggest kind of peeve with this show so far, is it's very slow. And there's a lot of stuff, a lot of dialogue, a lot of moments where I feel like, okay, they could just take that out. Yeah. Or they could just condense that.
But we've also said that we think it's building up to something.
It's obviously going to build up to this confrontation, isn't it? This.
So, this is episode 4. Let's watch. Did May not also say... Did May not also say, when they were on that bridge, sort of separate, Osha said to her, "What have you done?" But May also said to her, "What have you done?" As if to suggest that Osha started the fire. And I hope it's not one of those sort of certain point of view things where, Osha made May put the fire out because, it's all Osha's fault because May had to burn that thing and had to start the fire. If it's something like that, then that's just nonsensical.
I thought she was just referring to this all happened because Osha wanted to join the Jedi. I thought that's what she was getting at.
That's silly. Kofar. Remember that name.
Kofar. Kilnacca.
He's not in his Jedi robes. Oh, although he does have the sort of the tunic. He's going to eat some grass stew.
Look, it's the symbols.
We know what Coruscant is, idiot. Sure.
Maximize your defenses without need to strike.
This is quite cool.
That's our time.
I came to say goodbye.
That Jedi.
You're not staying?
I know who you're going to
What I
say.
needed to do.
I can't tell, she hasn't got the beard.
Was that Tormund?
For what? For helping me find my sister. And thanks to you, I've seen her with my own eyes. Even if I failed to stop her.
I figured you'd stay until we apprehended her. I mean, you must be curious after all this time.
Don't tell me you'll miss me.
Oh no. Am I forming attachment
You
to this
care about me.
to this alien
You
person?
many years lost between the two of you.
Someone must find May before she does any more harm. But it's not me. I've caused him enough trouble.
Do you remember that shot in the trailer when we saw lightsaber cutting down, red lightsaber cutting down loads of trees, and we saw the Jedi sort of open up the lightsabers? It's this planet. I bet it's this planet. It's trees.
You went in there and risked your life for my master?
No, I risked my life to help you. Admit it. You need me.
There's 3 hours of sunlight left. Let's get going.
She made a deal.
Okay. Follow me.
I can't help but feel like he's going to end up being... Like, I know I said it like in passing in whatever episode it was, but the more time that goes on...
It's clear that he's there.
He's like coming across as this like kind of...
Bumbling fool.
Yeah.
Like Palpatine.
Yeah. You know, and she kind of like overlooks him because it's like, how could this guy ever be of anyone of importance? He's there to help her, he says, and...
Huh?
She is fast, but weak.
Huh?
Her emotions guide her every choice in combat.
Yet there is skill there.
Yes.
What?
Someone has trained her.
No.
But who? Could this be a splinter order?
Ah.
Or something worse?
If there was good,
This girl could become a major threat.
she's not disciplined.
Yet she eluded you. Would be obliged to inform the Senate. A scandal like this would inspire fear and
High
mistrust.
Council.
We should handle this ourselves.
Oh.
We must learn who trained her.
So who is on the High Council?
Master Holden, this meeting is adjourned.
Who are you? Hey! Hey! Go back in there and ask him his name.
Surely not.
Master Barestra, please. What I saw her fall. No one could have survived that.
Hey! Who are you?
Let me be the one to bring her in.
Tell me your name.
Your personal connection with her and her sister is not a benefit here.
She will not surrender without getting something in return.
Do we have something she wants?
Osha.
But
Who was that? Hey! Hey!
no, because that's not...
Who was that?
Surely not, though.
It has to be some sort of test.
That
right?
wouldn't line up.
You
Wouldn't
engage
make sense that he would
an army,
know.
like, can you use their saber if you disarm
If the
them?
implication is that they aren't the High
Or
Council, so
is that
therefore it
cheating?
makes sense the Council wouldn't
I'm just
know
curious how you're gonna do it
of
this
what's
time.
going
You
on.
failed
But
so
then
much.
how he
I
should
didn't
know then.
fail. I killed Indara and I killed Torben.
Honestly, she seemed really fond of that one Jedi Master. What was his name again? Soul? Anyways, let's get going.
Feeding her anger. It gives her focus. Makes her stronger. Here's the thing. I don't know how old Kerry Mundy is.
It's not the age, it's the knowledge of the events.
Yeah.
Osha!
Unless it's explained.
Unless it's explained, but it's still risky business.
Find you, and Jackie said you already left.
I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye.
I don't know
I need your help.
why his inclusion
I need you
was
to come with me on
necessary.
this mission.
You need me so you can get to her.
Oh, she does want to join the Jedi. Well, so would I.
She was asked to leave. She
When
asked,
I told the maid
they asked her to leave, didn't
you
they?
were alive, her eyes softened. The part of her that loves you.
The fact he just said that means he's going to perish
She's a murderer.
tragically, isn't he?
I honestly think, and I've said this since we saw the trailer, I think the majority of these characters are going to die. It's the only way. It's the only way that it makes sense.
Fine.
Even though part of me would be like, how can the Jedi
I'm
not...
not wearing that civilian robe.
How can the Jedi not arrive at a conclusion that if all these Jedi were killed, surely there must be some... What the heck is that?
Oh, it's like a mole ferret
It's like some kind of rodent.
thing. What a...
Yeah, that's right. Get away. Ugh. You'd be like, ugh! Get back, you might have lice.
Comprehensive briefing, Yord.
You know what? He's growing on me. Him and Jackie are both growing on me. Jackie because she's a good Jedi. She's good. She's a bit like Ahsoka, but she hasn't had as much. Yeah,
The time to
as
really
much exposure.
See. Yeah.
Yord is basically your stick in the mud, isn't he? But he's the kind of stick in the
He's
mud.
a stickler for rules.
Yeah, he's the kind of stick in the mud that I
You
like. I like him.
Looking for a wookie, he's...
So I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist that you hand it over.
Did you not have a weapon, considering what you're taking out to do?
Oh, he's offended.
The locals say he ventured off into the forest and never came back.
Okay, look how many Jedi there are. It is that. It's
Who
not
was that?
Plo Koon.
I know
not
it's not
Plo
Plo Koon.
Not to me.
Kilnacca is in there.
Oh my god, Basil's a tracker. The rodent is the tracker. I thought he was going to pull out like a piece
Mini
of equipment.
lightsaber. Oh,
Yeah, it's just like a piece of equipment, not like a rag to give to the rodent. God.
all of them.
All
are
of
gonna
these
die.
people are going to die.
I think Saul's going to be last man standing though.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
What do you think's in the mask? What do you think is in the bag? Do you think it's just a mask? I think it's going to be a scene where...
They're going to confront him and he's going to go, hold on.
Yep,
Let me just it's behind a tree. Just it's not on straight.
Now turn around so I can make a dramatic entrance.
May get the fog going.
It's either going to be that, or it's going to be a bit where they all start shooting and he trips and falls over and the mask just rolls out. And it's like, how did that get there? I mean, at this point, there's no one else it could be, really, is there? Not unless he's like secretly Kiadi Mundi. Which would explain all the war crimes he commits in Clone Wars. You know, get the flamethrowers. You know, he sets all the Geonosians on fire. Literally a war crime.
Yeah, well, we just forget that. We forget that.
I hate Kiadi Mundi. I hate Kiadi Mundi. Feels like Dave Filoni really had something against Kiadi Mundi because he made us love Plo Koon.
What is it?
And hate Kiadi Mundi.
He says there's something wrong.
What are them things? Look at them things. They've got legs.
Keep up the pace. Keep down the volume.
Oh no, the space
Don't
bugs,
know.
aren't they?
What are those?
Do you know who she is?
Who?
The girl, the Jackie.
What?
Do you know who Jackie is?
Who?
I believe she's Laura from Logan.
Don't be the.
Yeah, there's a giant bug flying at you. Let's just stand and look at it. Oh, it is. It's a giant space moth. Get a light. Get a giant bug zapper. Oh.
I have it.
Oh, you know, a lightsaber.
It'll be dark soon.
See, I'd be a Jedi.
Because of that one piece of knowledge.
Yep, I'd be like, moth, get my lightsaber.
But it also means if they all came to life, they would all be coming towards you at once, not just one.
Right, yeah.
You'd just be like, like that.
Yeah, there'd be no skill or grace in my dad. I'd just be like, going,
We're defined by what we survive.
Oh my god, she is. She's gonna die. She's gonna die, isn't she? Everyone who's imparting wisdom is going to die. So that's Saul, Yord, and Jackie so far. Now we just need some of those grunts to say some lovely lines.
It's not a test. It's impossible.
It's not impossible. You know that.
What does it mean, kill a Jedi without weapon, as in the Jedi won't have a weapon, or she won't have a weapon? Because I thought the implication was that she wasn't allowed to use the weapon. But is it that a Jedi, an unarmed Jedi without a weapon?
I care.
Would make sense for Kilnacca. Seems to be completely off the grid, doesn't he?
He's going to get changed.
Just get my cape on. He's doing one of them, isn't he? I'll be right back. You know, there's a
Superman.
Acolyte. I just think it's just the mask there. Opens it up and there's the mask.
Imagine if it's not him. Which...
I know. It's secretly Mundi. Doesn't make sense because of his head and the mask. But you know, could be. Explains
ultimate deception.
It explains why he doesn't believe the Sith are back in Phantom Menace. There we go. Problem solved. I could grief the rodents.
The tracker just to track our tracker.
So,
alright, yo, let's not ruin your wisdom with jokes.
we've lost Baz.
Was that a recording?
Me! Help!
I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal.
What? Cut me down!
You were wrong. Osha being alive changes everything. My loyalty's to Osha, not your master.
What
Oh.
are you doing?
Not after I tell them who I know.
He'll kill you.
You'd have to find me first.
She's dead, and it's definitely him. He's definitely. Did you hear the way his voice changed there?
Yeah.
He'll kill you. It's like.
She could have gone far.
And then he kind of returns to the bibbling, babbling.
Bubbling idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once we get May safely to the ship, I'll explain everything. I promise.
What if he's the Sith? He's after Osha and May.
But how would that explain how he could be where Osha was and where May was simultaneously?
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's found May.
Why wouldn't you just surrender herself to them?
Because she doesn't know.
Shut up, rodent! I'm not calling it Basil. It's a rodent.
Basil.
Oh, he's been sliced by a lightsaber.
He's here.
Foolish child.
It is. It's literally here that we see them all unsheathe their lightsabers.
And they're going to think it's her.
Should come out with your hands where we can see them.
Oh, the grunt's talking.
You, May Anasea.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you are under arrest. That's what you say. Not whatever the heck that idiot said.
I am the Senate.
No, are you threatening the Master Jedi?
I would just accept I am the Senate. Osha's there though.
Oh, he's floating.
Identify yourself. Stand down.
Knew it. No. Oof.
And it ends there.
Good lord.
Wow.
Alright, hold on. We have to see.
It's all the created and directed and written. I love how there's no music.
Oh no.
Oh well, a bit of music now.
Boo! We don't care about producers, we want to see the people!
We could just...
No.
What?
Watch.
That's a Ki-Adi-Mundi, it is.
Oh my word. Well, that's not a good thing. Well, poo. I felt really short. I felt like a really short episode.
It felt quick. Like, that's what I've been wanting for, like, the past 3 episodes.
Yeah, I know.
Wanting some quickness. That did feel a lot quicker.
Yeah.
They got the go-ahead. You know, they talked about, you know, the implications. The council should know, blah, 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 blah. Explains potentially why the council aren't aware of this potential Sith presence. They go, and it's like, it feels a lot quicker. I'm glad, because I could not handle another really long episode.
I knew it, so as soon as I saw that planet, it was the planet where they all started taking the lightsabers out.
I mean, that's got to be him, though, hasn't it? It's got to be.
Why? Is Ki-Adi-Mundi in it? Like, what was the... Why? Thing is, I imagine there's a lot of things about his age and when he was born, but the main thing is, if he's alive at this point, in what possible circumstances would he come away from this not going, there may be Sith around? Whether or not this thing is a Sith or not. There's other dangerous Force users.
Isn't it Ki-Adi-Mundi that says about there's been no Sith for...
The Sith have been extinct for a millennium?
It's him, that's it.
Yes.
It's him. Yeah. That literally says that.
That's what I mean. It's like, I don't understand how we would go through this episode not thinking that the Sith was somehow at least possibly alive. He's the one that irrefutably goes, there are no Sith. When Qui-Gon Jinn, who has just been attacked by a Sith, says, I've just been attacked by a Sith.
Yeah. If that was the situation, because he was the one that was apprehensive, wasn't he?
No,
was he the one there?
That was at Ki-Adi-Mundi, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, was he like apprehensive?
It was, yeah.
He was the one that was like, well, he was the one there that was like, we just need to figure out who this is.
Yeah.
Because we don't know who this person is that's trained her.
Yeah. He basically said that she's obviously had training.
Mm-hmm.
She could pose a significant threat or something, not to that.
To be honest, I assumed that Yoda would be in this, not someone like Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yeah.
Because it would make more sense for me for Yoda to be in it. Unless, if Ki-Adi-Mundi was in it and he was kind of in true to what he was in the prequels, was like, there's no possible way that this is a Sith.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Saul goes and he presents this and he's like, I think it's a Sith. He's like, there's no way that's not possible. You know what I mean? And it continues that like narrative, but
because I saw some people before the show even started saying, like, someone posed the idea that if the Sith were making waves at this point, how could they possibly go 100 years without thinking there's the possibility that the Sith could be in hiding?
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, well, that's the point of the Jedi, isn't it? They just deny it. It's like, well, no. Like, yes, I get the point you're trying to make, is that the Jedi are supposed to be failing after this point, you know, but at the same time, they're not complete and utter idiots.
They don't deny what's... Yeah. The thing is, I mean, after Phantom Menace, they did accept that there were Sith, you know, because they even said which one did we kill, the Master or the Apprentice.
Yeah.
They fully accepted that the ignorance came because they just couldn't seem to realise that Palpatine was the Sith, even though he was right there, right in front of the faces. But if they were just in hiding at this point, it makes sense why they wouldn't acknowledge them, because they've not come out. But the fact that this guy, presumably a Sith, is out, he's trained this, you know, this Force sensitive girl and stuff. It's like, well, obviously you would look at that and go, okay, this is likely a Sith. If not, this is still a major threat and we need to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how they go from that to kind of the way the Jedi think in Phantom Menace.
Yeah. In any case, it looks like we're heading toward our fight scene.
How many episodes is this in this season? 6?
I have no idea.
It's usually 6, isn't it?
It's either 6 or 8 this year. Yeah, heading towards a fight scene. Let's hope it's not terrible.
Well, this is what they've been building to, isn't it?
Yeah. That was quite a cool episode. Quite a cool entrance. Fair play to him. Sort of floated
I was expecting him to just kill Osha, but I guess it makes sense. He probably wants that, doesn't he? Probably wants that to join him.
Yeah, probably wants both of them.
Especially because I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. It's absolutely going to be that dude, isn't it? He's the only other one that was there. It's just, yeah, like it has to be him. He knows that May went against their deal. It makes sense that he would then go, okay, well, I want Osha.
Yeah.
Or use Osha as a way to get May.
I suppose we'll see in the next episode.
It's weird because there's nothing so far in that episode that I can think of that I didn't like. The only well, even Ki-Adi-Mundi's inclusion, it's not so much what he was in that episode, but how this next episode and how the last episode or however many more episodes unfold and how it's going to lead into the prequels. Because there's still a huge opportunity for them to just mess it up.
My thing with Ki-Adi-Mundi is I don't understand why it was necessary to have him in. Like, yes, it's a nice callback. Would have been better, right? Because Count Dooku makes it plainly obvious to everyone why the Jedi fail.
Yeah.
And it's Yoda. Because Yoda spends so long as the Grand Master. The Jedi can't change, they can't evolve. And they're just stuck in the same sort of stagnant way. It would make sense for him to be in it and to be cautious and all that stuff. Because then that is highlighting that same issue.
Like maybe Saul presents it to Yoda himself and he...
Yeah, and Yoda just can't believe in it.
Yeah.
Or he's not quick to believe
He'll
Saul.
go and meditate on it or he'll address the council.
Yeah, I just don't understand why it was necessary to have Ki-Adi-Mundi in there apart from the sort of, it's Ki-Adi-Mundi.
But even then though, they didn't acknowledge that it was Ki-Adi-Mundi. It wasn't until the end credits that we realised it was actually him.
Yeah.
A part of me just thought, oh, maybe it's just another of that species. But...
apart from that, yeah, it was a good episode.
It was a lot quicker, which I like, from the previous episodes, because, yeah, that was it. It's painful sometimes when you feel like it's just the same conversation.
Yeah.
The same kind of slowness.
Or a conversation where it's basically going, your name is Osha, and my name is May.
Yeah.
And that's the conversation. It's like, well, yeah, we know that.
Like for me, the first 3 episodes could have probably been cut down to like 2.5, maybe even 1.5, depending on what you take out. It could have been a lot quicker, but I guess...
the first 2 episodes, I think, could have been 1 episode. The 3rd episode wasn't really necessary. Not really.
Just have bits and pieces. It did imply, though, that Saul maybe... there's something else to what Saul was saying to Osha, but he's going to tell her something when...
her and May.
Yeah, when they get to the ship. So it does imply that maybe he knows something and he's not letting on. But I don't know if I would like that, though.
I have a question. And I'll ask this and then we'll leave it here. Right. If this is a Sith, if this thing is a Sith, which is it? A master or apprentice?
The implication is that it's the master, considering he took May on. But May has never really been referred to as an apprentice.
What do apprentices do?
Kill their master.
They take on secret apprentices and destroy their masters.
So you think this is potentially the apprentice, and you just really want the Bith to be in it.
It's too late at this point for it to be a Bith. Because if he's the master, then either May or Osha is going to end up being his apprentice and killing him.
Unless he kills them.
Unless he kills them, yeah. Oh, but then maybe there is a Bith. Ooh.
Maybe his master is a Bith.
No.
No, you want his apprentice to be a Bith.
If he's the master, then his apprentice should be a Bith. Darth Tenebrous.
Unless he dies, though.
Unless he dies.
Maybe they all just kill each other. Maybe that's how it ends.
Hopefully he is a Sith, and it's either going to be that he's the master and he finds a Bith and then calls him Darth Tenebrous, and then we fans...
Are you sure it's Tenebrous?
Yeah, and then we fans will know that that's quite relevant because Plagueis is his apprentice. Or he is the apprentice, and at some point toward the end of this show, it will reveal who his master is.
I have a question to add to that question, though. Do you think that Disney Star Wars would put that much detail into one of their shows?
They bloody better.
Because it's they seem to kind of sometimes acknowledge the writing that they have. Sometimes they kind of seem to distance themselves and or just completely retcon it. So
I feel like Dave
feel
Filoni wants to introduce a bit more of the legends into his... Maybe not exactly the way they're in, but certainly...
like nods to it, maybe.
Not even just nods to it. I think he wants to bring them in, just in a different way.
Like, right, okay, like build on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just... It's the show is definitely not the worst show that they've done so far.
4 episodes in, we'd noticed a lot more things wrong with Kenobi and Ahsoka than we have with this.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst. There's potential for it to get bad, depending on which direction they go.
Depending on the next episode.
Yeah, but I just don't know if they would go into that much detail with the Sith.
I think they should. Well, it depends.
I mean, it would be interesting and it would be cool to have that nod, but I don't know if they would.
I suppose it depends on if this guy's a Sith or not. He has a red lightsaber. I hope he's a Sith. Anyway, that was us reacting to episode 4. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Don't spoil anything. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell, be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Katie, anything else you want to say?
I don't know. Do you like his mask?
I don't mind it.
It's basic, isn't it? Just with the smile.
I think it's quite creepy. I like a good mask. Some masks aren't very good, like Kylo Ren's. But you know what? Darth Vader has a cool mask. Darth Nihilus has a cool mask. Darth Malgus has a cool mask. Darth Revan has a really cool mask. You know, there's some... I'd give it like a 6 or a 7. It's not quite Vader or Nihilus.
Yeah.
But it's
not the worst.
No, it's not a Kylo Ren.
It is very basic, isn't it? It's just the creepy toothed smile.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
I need to know.